Hey y'all, and welcome back to another video of ReactionsMiddleMe, where if you like, comment, subscribe, or support any type of way, you a beast. And we back again with another video on
Juliana, come here.
Hey y'all, so it appears that Renee has been served with paperwork. I'm not sure if that forbids her from speaking on the school anymore, or the situation that happened with the quote-unquote bullies that she said were racist, among other things. I'm not really sure. All I know is that the clip shows that Renee was served. Somebody walked up to her, so let's get into it. Served for what? You just been served? I can't disclose that information. Okay, thanks.
Why did they let her in the front office? Call the front office. I want to know who that was who just you let in, and why did you let them in without calling me?
I don't. Can I send someone up there right now? The last person I had was this woman named Maggie.
Maggie?
Yeah, it says Maggie is here, but she said it was coming for lot 25. And she said she was coming for lot 25.
So she pretended she was doing something else?
Yeah, she said she was here to visit lot 25.
You guys, stay tuned for the next video. The next video I will show you guys what the finding was. They had an investigation at school, and the guy said it normally takes 2% for an investigation. This took less than a day for the investigation to be closed. Here, the finding allegation one.
Y'all, so I don't really know what the paperwork even, fully includes. What I could read from the thing, though, is that it appears that Juliana allegedly did not hear originally the comments that were even made about her. It was supposed to be that it was more, I guess it was like a he say she say thing, so somebody told her what comments were made about her, I guess. I'm not really sure what she can even expect. It could be a number of things. When she said she was going to show us next video, I just wanted to let y'all know that she has been served. Now, with this, it could be a couple of things. It could be a protection order. It could be a cease and desist, where she's not allowed to speak on the child or the family or the school or the whole situation. Renee did say that investigations usually and typically take up to a certain amount of time. I think that, though, that like that's expected of how long it could possibly take. I don't think that it actually has to take that long. The comments were made to Juliana, or about Juliana, shall I say, because that's what the paperwork says. I'm not sure, but it appears that within that situation, I guess, with Renee having the presence online and her going online and that child receiving threats and all of those things, like his face being plastered everywhere, and it's alleged that he is only the child that laughed, which I said yesterday is not make it right. But when you allow the internet to know that child's first name and last name, and the other child's first name and last name, and on top of that, what school they go to, that could be a lawsuit, because that could be allegedly like doxing, y'all. So I don't really know what in the world has happened, what is going on, but we can expect for something to be coming of this. Now, if Renee has to take down all of her posts and forbid to speak on the situation, if there's a lawsuit and taking place, then she, of course, won't be able to speak on it. If there's a court case supposed to be coming of this, Juju may possibly, now, she didn't say this, I didn't hear that from school, but I know because a lot of things that Renee has posted online, like when Juju was talking about if somebody comes to her house and mess with her, then what she was supposed to do, that Devall taught her, which I don't think it had anything to do with her, being upset at the school. I think it was a whole nother situation, but it just kind of played out that she was talking at the same time. I believe that they could really remove Juliana from the school just to avoid any more exposure like that. I think that Renee was not wrong for standing up for Juju, but I feel like she went too far. Okay, when Devall went and talked to those children, he spoke very calm, very well-mannered, very respectful, even if he may or may not have been the calmest in this situation and on the inside, right? When Renee went over to those kids, she was yelling. Before Juliana could even say, before she even like consoled Juliana in that situation, notice how she instantly went to the child was racist. Renee has a huge impact on this internet, so I feel like her saying that that child was racist and not fully knowing if that child was even racist, instead of just acting like a kid, I feel like that played a big part. And I feel like her exposing them kids' names in them kids' school, you might have exposed the location of the school that they go to, but you also released the address to where your child goes to school also. I don't know. Renee yelling at those kids, like I said, A parent has a right to stick up for their child, but as a parent, Renee yelling at those kids, hollering at those kids, and then putting the camera up close to her face, showing that she's yelling at those kids, even if she didn't put those kids on camera. And then from what is alleged, she posted the same picture that other people were sharing onto her page. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is just the beginning. I don't know if she's getting ready to get fully sued. I don't know if they getting ready to try to press charges. I don't know. Listen, what do y'all think? Like, do y'all think that this is absolutely crazy? Let's try to read some of what this says. It says on allegation on 10/27/25, Juliana was allegedly subject to something students 1 and 2 findings sustained. On 10/28/25, although Juliana did not hear the comments, Juliana was subjected to verbal name calling by, and then put the kids, I guess, initials. These findings are a violation of California something education. At this time, Exeter has followed education code and corrective action against the 3 students. And I understand some people who have lived there have said in the comments that it was racism. But I have said from the very beginning that I know that racism exists, but I did not think this specific situation was racism. I still ride for Juju. I still feel like those kids were wrong. And, but kids can be very ignorant to the things that they say or what they laugh at and think is funny. A lot of kids laugh at the simple thing of somebody farting. They think that's very funny. They laugh at throwing paper at people and it hitting somebody. Like, kids are just act very childish because they're kids. Now within that, I'm just trying to understand like what happened. You feel me? Like, I just trying to understand like how all of this played out. What I will say though, I think a lot of them doing this investigation so fast and trying to make sure that this situation gets handled precisely and accurately as quickly as possible is because of the fact that it did hit social media. You got to think a lot of these people don't have a voice on the internet. Probably a lot of these parents don't, participate in the social media or going to social media with situations like this. So when they see their school in a negative publicity, when they see that their school is everywhere, when they see that people are probably, because there's millions of people on this internet, so just imagine how many people are probably calling and texting and emailing all the people at their school, saying all of these hateful things, saying and doing all of this, and the school is trying to get the situation handled. Now, I don't know, but I really say, I think Renee did a lot. But listen, I can't tell you how I react, because if my child came home crying like that, I don't think that I would have been the most calm either. I don't think that this situation, I still stand by what I said. I think that maybe this situation may have upset Renee at some point, but I felt like this situation was never really about Juju because of the comments. Now, at first, I gave credit because DeVaul and Renee spoke up for Juju, and I was just happy for that. I ain't have nothing to say about that, but it was Renee's comments. Y'all didn't see me say nothing bad about DeVaul yesterday because I didn't have nothing to say about DeVaul because he didn't do anything that warranted me to feel like this was just him showing for attention. No, but Renee, when she got online and she was having the conversation back and forth with the other child's family, and all she was focused on how her image is displayed and wanting the other lady to address the concerns about Renee's image, and the other lady was simply, sympathizing, empathizing with Renee and just asking her to take down the other child's face. She didn't say anything that I had seen where she's saying, can you imagine how my child felt, or anything like that. It was just more so, like I said, about Renee's image. Another thing, when Juju got in the car, she talked about the apology. When she talked about she received an apology and he apologized to Renee. Renee never said one time, I'm glad that you got that apology. I'm glad that you received an apology. He should have apologized to you. She didn't ask about the other kid apologizing. DeVaul did ask, did the other kid apologize though? And that's just what made me feel like this was all an act, which made me feel like, yes, I'm going to continue to react on these videos. A lot of y'all think that I don't like Renee. I personally don't have a dislike for her. I have a dislike for the action that she has displayed. I have shown y'all good clips and given credit where it is due. I have shown y'all good clips and shown y'all for when DeVaul has stuck up for Juju, when Jaelyn has stuck up for Juju, when DeVaul, did I say DeVaul already? Renee has stuck up for Juju. I have showed y'all that. Y'all taking it, and that's part of the problem. Y'all only want to see the quote unquote good side. Meanwhile, Jordan and Juju have dealt with this over and over and over and over from the video clips that we have seen. Even when Renee, go back and watch that video on Messy Boots page. That's where I be getting a lot of my clips. But even when Juju was in the car and Renee started talking about, I know it's very hard for you to stick up for yourself because we give y'all a lot of love and we do this and we do that and we do this. Notice how Juju, when she said that, we give you all love and we show you so much love. Notice how Juju just started bending down and started trying to get her stuff in it. And Renee's like, are you listening? And Juju's like, mm-hmm. And she keep on unraveling her charger and she not thinking about that because, Renee, come on now. We already gave you grace. You overdoing it now. But that's the end of this video. Thank y'all for all the likes, the shares, the comments, subscribes. Welcome all my new subscribers, and I will see y'all next video. Peace.